Yeah, if you have Amazon and also e-commerce website, where would you drive traffic to from social media? That's a good question. I think what I'd probably do is if I was to first get this particular product on Amazon, I would probably first start to drive just a little bit of traffic to Amazon. And then from there, once I get my rankings, because I've made some sales, then I'd switch it to the actual website itself. So that's probably what I would do. And one thing you could actually do also with a product like this is, again, these particular types of boards, if you were to buy them from China or Vietnam, it's probably going to cost, depends what type of board it is, of course, but it could be anywhere between $3 to $7, depending on the actual wood. There is low MOQs for these particular types of products. So you could actually do things where you'd have a social media account, you get it smaller orders, you can have a bit of fun with it. You can put it on Instagram. You can actually build a list before you actually start to build your business. It's something that I was speaking to someone about a little while ago about building an actual list before you actually go ahead and build a business. So that's something that you can do for this also. But yeah, website, I mean, at the end goal for any business should always be to actually drive as many sales as you can through your website, right? It's going to become, when you have a list of customers, that's when your business really becomes extremely valuable, right? From a resale point of view, and also just having that full control. You're not really at the mercy of Amazon. Anything happens with Amazon, if Amazon, flag your account for a month and you're not making any sales. So really, if you want to have a bulletproof business, I would diversify my marketing channels, essentially my sales channels from the website, Amazon, and whatever other platforms that you can actually be on, right? So and these products here would be great for retail, right? If you think about it. So those little kind of artsy gift stores, this would be fantastic for. Again, look at things like this as a very, very interesting way to actually get in. You might have an idea already. You might think of, well, I can do it on this. Don't be afraid to experiment, right? So there's multiple ways of actually growing a business. It doesn't always need to be the exact same way, right? If you find an idea that you like, just go ahead and do it. So another one I wanted to show was this one here that I thought was really, really interesting. So what he created, this is an American business, but basically what this is, actually he calls it the dog buddy or something like that. It's dog furniture. And so he just created a basically a chair for the dog to sit next to you when you're working, right? And actually, if you think about dog furniture, I know, for example, for our particular dog, Shelby the Airedale, we've struggled to get him good beds. And one of the biggest factors for that is that he's quite a large dog. He's about 33, 34 kilos. But there isn't actually much furniture for large dogs. And if there is, it's actually either super, super expensive or it's just not really that good. So I think a massive trend moving forward is going to be anything related to dog furniture. I think dog furniture is probably number one. We had an idea to make kind of we got our dog an actual couch. So he's got his own couch. It's a two-seater couch, and he absolutely loves it. And I always thought, how cool would it be to recreate home furniture, but make it a little bit smaller for the actual dogs, right? Instead of they're just kind of the standard dog beds that you actually get and everything else. And so this guy basically did that and extremely is doing extremely well. And again, when we think about an idea for an actual product, we just want to really think about originality. Right. That's probably the biggest thing that I could ever, say to you guys. It really is originality. If you want your business to kind of last a long time, then model what people are doing. Don't sell the exact same product, but do variations of that particular product. Right. So if we look at this particular chair, what can we do around the dog furniture space that is going to be that we can kind of model some of this, but we can actually do put our own spin on it. Right. So I think anything related to this stuff is massive. We know pets are huge in terms of spending. People spend a ton of money on their actual pets. A lot of people focus on foods, which is cool, and biscuits. But I think dog furniture is massive, right? And I think it's a really, really big trend. And also, the profit margins will be really big for this particular product too. So what's he selling it for? 257, I think it says there in the comments. I'm not sure if that is the exact price, but something like that could probably cost around about $40 to make, or maybe even less actually, depending exactly what it is.